Aloha, Rich Halverson here. This is ITS128, and today I'm going to go over the challenge activities in Chapter 7 on strings. So let me share my screen. All right, so let's start out with string slicing, and all this is being able to access or get at just part of the string, not the entire string. And so you can index, if each character in the string is indexed, then you can select a section of it. You can slice out a section of it like this, for example. This URL is this long, but with domain, you're slicing out the characters from position 7 to position 22. One less. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are skipped. And then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22 are included and the rest are skipped. So that's why let's put it out here. Okay, so that's slicing. Now there's, so 2 slicing. If you leave out, if you have a colon there, but you leave out the first index, then that just means 0. And if you leave out the last index, that just means the last one, to include the rest of the string. And the reason you see it's convenient where it does not, it goes the upper one means it goes up to, but not including this last one. But then you can just that'd be the length, the length of the user text divided by 2, integer divide, because then you can just put the same expression here as the starting index of the next the second half of the string here. So anyway, so that's why this works out nicely for this one here. The first half is this hello here. Let's make a smaller one. So HE and then LLO. Okay. All right, so let's do the challenge. String slicing. So city is Dublin. City, the first 0, 1, 2 would be DUB, and then since we are the print there, we have to press that enter there. DUB is 0, 1, and 2. And see, so that's what that is. Let's do the heart. These are easy. Let's do 5. All right, so here, since it's minus, that means we start from the right and go in 4. Yeah, so 0 means we start with V. This is for the left half, but then the right half, the ending is going to be, this would be -1, -2, -3, -4, I think. Let's see. I'm going to guess VER. I believe this is what it's going to be. Let's see. Oh, I was right. Okay. Reads index is 0 to 2 because it's 3 minus 1. Well. Anyway, so that's that. And you can just don't get it right. Just try again. Okay, here what we're doing is we want to assign sublyric by slicing this whole big one with a start index and an end index. So in other words, if the for this one here, this is the rhyme lyric. If 4 through 7 would be see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and not the 7. So I would say that the sub lyric is, I'm supposed to put the solution here, simply start index colon end index 4 and 7. All right. I think yours is going to be different. So anyway, so advanced string formatting. Okay, this is how we used to do it in the old days. But I guess we're learning how to do it again, where you know, these are all the width of all these characters. The width has to be the same, but then you space it out. You know, you put these spaces here, and you know how many spaces this is, and so on. And so there's this field width thing, and so go through this, and what you learn is, well, let's do this one. So this is what this means is that we're going to print out whatever name is, and we're going to take 9 spaces to do it. And so if name is bigger than 9 spaces, we're only going to print 9. But if name is less than 9 spaces, we're going to put spaces, you know, to fill up the 9. So I would say that this is JOE 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then enter. Yes. Okay, let's do the last one. This one is oh, okay. The first one is name, and that takes 8 spaces. So JANE 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the next one is goals, which is it's 5 spaces, but for numbers, I think we write just let's see, goals. Okay, that's up to 16, and then goal. No, we don't do anything. We don't do anything. So it's going to be up to there. And goals is 5, so goals is not 9 to that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and then games is 22, 22, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, enter. Oh, it is right justified. Okay. That's what I was wondering. That's what I was looking for up here. If it's right justified or not. Yeah. Okay. These are character strings. It looks like that's why it's like that. Well, anyway. So does it give us another chance? Oh, it gives us another chance. Oh, I guess we can just fix it. All right, it's Jane, and then it's Jane 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, and then it's space 22. See if this is right. Oh, of course. I had this left over. So, all right. So you should be able to get yours right. And here is where we can change whether it's left justified or right justified. You could say explicitly, here we're saying it's left justified, and here we're saying it's right justified. See? And here we're saying it's centered. Okay, here it's centered. It's goals is going to be it's going to take up 8 spaces, and it's going to be centered within those 8 spaces. See, so that's whatever, this is 8 spaces, I guess, or something. Player name is 16 spaces, so it's like all the way to here, or something like that. So anyway, let's keep moving here. So make sure you go through all this. And is there more? Okay, here's a challenge. Air temperature with 1 decimal point followed by C. Well, okay. Let me just put what I believe we're supposed to print it. Okay, print. Copy something. It's probably something like well, so I want something like 0.1F. So print something that looks like this. I'm just going to copy this. Why? Because I'm really lazy. And I'm going to put that down here. And I'm not going to print out any of this stuff. I'm just going to print out air temperature, and it's going to be 0.1F. I think. Yes. Followed by C. I put the C here. I do. Let's see if this is right. All right. Okay. Next, string methods. So there's a bunch of methods that come along when you have a string here. You can replace stuff. You can replace this parts of the string with something different. If there's more than one, you can add a count there. But so, for example, let's say you have a phrase that looks like this, and you want to replace all of the ones with uno. That's how you do it. So then all the ones would turn into uno, or so there's no ones. So anyway, you go through this and make sure you understand. Let's just yeah, this is ones, 2, 3. What's the first one? The 3 is the first one. So forward. This is okay. 3. Let's see. So replace the trace and so on. And when it gets down to the end, it's going to replace the 6 with 6, and it's going to replace the 9 with the way it is. So anyway, so that's replacing. This will return the index of the first occurrence of whatever is in here. So like here, let's say you have a string called my string, which looks like, I guess, this, boo-hoo, with an exclamation point. And if you want to find the first occurrence of an exclamation point, it's at index 7. It's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If it's not there, it's going to return -1 here. Here it's start and end is 2 and 4. Then you're not going to find 0, 1, 2 or 4, 0, 1, 2, 3. So that, and that's looking for that, and it's not there, so it's going to return -1. All right, and you can count up the occurrences of some substring. All right, so that's that. Check this out. This is comparing strings. There's this in operator. Greater than, this is alphabetical order. This is alphabetical, and so on. This is equal. All right, so and here are some methods here that come along with it, and these are useful for the labs. You know, the labs, that was happened to be the last video I made. But there's lots more. If you go to Python string methods, Python string methods. Just the first one, 3W3 schools is pretty good. There's here lists a whole bunch of methods. And as I pointed out in the previous video, okay, this exposes us to if we're testing characters or testing whether something is alphanumeric or testing if something is digits. You know, there's many more. You can test if something is just alphanumeric, just alpha, just strings are in all the characters of the strings are in the alphabet, and so on. So there's a whole bunch of them. And we're going to talk about all of these in this chapter. But there's way more here. Okay, so anyway. All right, so that's that. Let's go to a oh, here's a challenge. All right, okay, so in this one, complete the if print LOL means this, print that out if the user's tweet contains LOL. So if the user tweets this, then it'll print out this. Okay, so this is the user's tweet. If it prints, if it contains, so I'm just going to guess here. If user if LOL, I'm going to do quote LOL in user tweet. Let's see if this works. Then print that LOL out. Print this out. Otherwise, nothing. Let's see. Oh, it worked. Okay. Another way we can do it is if user tweet dot find, if that is greater than or equal to 0, then okay, that means that LOL must be in there someplace. It doesn't matter where, just it's in there. So because if it's not in there, this is going to return -1. It's not in there, and so then that's going to do this one. So let's see if this is right. Yeah, that one works too. So, all right. Assign decoded tweet with user tweet, replacing TTYL with talk to you later. See, okay. So replace. Let's see. All right. Decoded tweet is user tweet replace. It's old with new. The old is TTYL, and the new is talk to you later. And that looks like that works. Okay, the last section here is splitting and joining, which is very useful. And we use split. We already know about split. We split all the time. But join is something that that's a reverse of split. So let's say you've got a string that looks like that, and you're going to split it. So what split returns a list. It turns this into a list of words separated by the space, and the reason it's space because there's nothing in there, and the p equals to space. So this is simply a separator, and a separator, and a separator, and so this returns a list with 4 elements: the first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. And so that's what it does. Okay, so using the white space as default separator, so it returns a list that looks like that. If you're not going to use a space, then you got to say what it is inside here. And for example, if you're going to use the hashtag, It's something like this, and then so you can use that as a separator. All right, so that's that. Tokens. So here you're splitting. You're gonna figure out what this is 1, 2. If you want to split a URL into its component parts, you can do it that way. So you can experiment around with that. Joining is just the opposite, where you're going to take a list and you're going to join it. It's a list, and you're going to make it a string with each element in the list separated by the character string that precedes it, like that. So for example, like this, if you're going to do the separator is equal to this, and the web. This is the list. It's got 3 elements in it, and so it's going to produce the URL. The URL it's produced is going to be, this is the first element, and it's the slash, the separator, second element, and then the third element. It's separated by the slash. Anyway, so that's that. So make sure you understand that. Let's do a challenge. Okay. So we've got this item info here. And we have 3. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this thing, look, separated by space, and we're going to make it into something called tokens. Tokens. So this is now a list, and this is the first element in the list, and this is the second element in the list, and this is the third element in the list. And then it's going to print out the first this, and then this. So it prints it out like that. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, let's do this one. Mug 1016. This is mug. This is 10, and this is the 16. So the item is mug, space, stock, colon, space. What's the quantity is 10. And then enter, and then price, colon, space, and the price is 16. So I'm just going to say 16. Is that it? Yes. Okay. So here we're taking, here we take a phone number, and we make this list of phone number tokens, splitting on the hyphen. So this is the 0th element. This is the first element. It's the second element. And then we're going to connect them. This is the separator here. We're going to connect them back up again. We're going to join those 3 elements back up again, but we're not going to use the hyphen. We're going to use this separator, which is this. And so it ends up being 202 slash 555 / 0169. Enter. Oh, okay. Let's see. Yes, okay. All right, one more. Assign number segments with phone number split by hyphens. Okay, we're going to read in a phone number. There's going to be number segments, and we want to print out the 0th one. Number segments equals phone number split on the hyphen, methinks. All right, I think that's it, because this is talked about in the video right before this one. So anyway, hope this helps for the challenge activities in Chapter 7. Thanks for watching.